Hey everyone, Weston back here again, and I'm back with my third of my top 5 Commander Edge of Eternities deck techs. But today, I've got something special for you. I've got a 2-for-1. Because I felt that this commander could go 2 different ways, just like I said in the video. Today we are talking about Sami, Wildcat Captain. This first deck is going to be equipment based, and it is going to be a bracket 3. We've got the 1 ring in there. And then we've got a whole bunch of tutor cards all revolving around getting their equipment out. So Sami is a 4/4 for 4 colorless, 1 red, 1 white. And Sami says double strike and vigilance, and spells you cast have affinity for artifacts. Now, I know what you're thinking. 6 is a pretty high mana cost. But in Commander, with the amount of mana rocks that we have, and especially at bracket 3, you'll be able to get that out no problem. So let's jump right into it. What does Sami want to do with this deck? They want to get all the equipment they can and become a Voltron. Like I said in the top 5 deck or top 5 Commanders video, Sami's not going to be the best in class Voltron Commander, right? Like we have Cloud from the last set. But this is something where the commander's really good. The commander can do this and gives a lot of value. And I think that they represent a very interesting take on the value side of a Voltron commander. So let's get into it. Our first equipment that we'll see right off the bat is the Aether Spark, just a generically good value engine. You can get Sami right into play, equip the Aether Spark right to them, and be able to start punching face right off the bat, and maybe even draw yourself some cards. And I don't know if you're going to get to 10, but you don't really need to. It's about putting the counters on and maybe drawing some cards. For creatures, we have 15. It's not the highest amount in the world. But we have Alebo, Ancient Witness. This is a card from, I believe, Edge of Eternity's Commander deck. And what Alebo says is it's a 3 colorless, 1 red, 1 white, 4/5. Other artifact creatures you control have haste. It is itself an artifact creature. And whenever 1 or more creatures you control attack, Alebo deals X damage to any target, and you scry X, where X is the number of tapped artifacts you control. Then we have Sid. Sid's a really good equipment creature from the Final Fantasy set. And then we also have Cloud, who's also just a very strong artifact equipment grabbing creature. We have the classic Stoneforge Mystic in here. We have Codsworth, who gives your commander Ward 2. You can tap to add 2 white, pay for aura or equipments, and you can tap to attach an aura or equipment you control to target creature you control, activate only as a sorcery. We have the classic Esper Sentinel in here. We have Knuckles. Knuckles is from the new Sonic Secret Lair, which as of today, which when I'm making this is 7/21, is still available in the Secret Lair shop. So if you want to pick yourself up a Sonic Secret Lair, I would hop right onto that. I did today. I thought it was sold out till I saw a tweet, and I was able to get in there, no wait, no hassle. But Knuckles, the Echidna, has double strike, it has trample, it has haste, it's a 2/4, and whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 30 or more artifacts, you win the game. I don't think you're gonna get to 30 artifacts, not in this deck, but he's a very strong value attacker. We've got Leonin Abunas, which gives your artifacts hexproof. We've got Mom. We've got Oswald Fiddlebender, which is tap, sack an artifact, search your library for an artifact with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed mana value, put it into the battlefield and shuffle. We got Pure Steel Paladin, a classic. And can I say that I must be a sucker for the Scars of Mirrodin Besieged, and Phyrexia, a new Phyrexia set art, because this is where that art is from. I believe it was Mirrodin Besieged, and I love the art on Pure Steel Paladin. We have Raban, Bull of Alamigo. You can attach an equipment to it. Pretty simple. We have Sephiroth, Fallen Hero. All of you Final Fantasy fans out there, please let me know if I mispronounced it. I apologize. Please don't come after me. It has, is that Finova or Genova? Calls. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may put a cell counter on it, on target creature, till end of turn. Each modified creature you control has base power of 7/5. So you can make your Sami a 7/5. You can modify your Esper Sentinel and make it a 7/5. And then you can sacrifice a modified creature and return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tapped. You have Sram, Senior Artificer. When you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. We have 8 sorceries. We have Blasphemous Act for removal. We have 4th Aerlingus, which is tap X and tap 1 red and 1 white. Create X 2/2 red human knight creature tokens with trample and haste. And whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player or to one or more players this turn, you become the monarch. Open the armory, which is search your library for an aura or equipment card, reveal and put into your hand. Secret Rendezvous, just some draw. Savine's Reclamation to get some of your equipment back when somebody inevitably blows it up. Steel Shaper's Gift, same thing as Open the Armory. Search for an equipment, put it in your hand. Vanquish the Hordes as a Wrath. And Wake the Past, which is return all artifact cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. They gain haste until end of turn. Then we have our instants. We have Chaos Warp for protection. We have Rebuff the Wicked for protection. Galadriel's Dismissal, Generous Gift, Path to Exile. So you're seeing a lot. Strike of Midnight. We've got Swords of Plowshares, Clever Concealment. So this is where our protection package is coming in, as well as removal package. We also have Inventory Management, which is split second. And for each aura and equipment you control, you may attach it to a creature you control. So you can suit up. And then we have 27 artifacts in this deck. So we have our basics, right? We have our Soul Ring, we have our Signet, we have our Mox Amber, our Mox Opal. We have a Cloud Key in here to make our artifacts cheaper. But we, like I said, Sami gives all of your spells affinity for artifacts, right? So you drop Mox Opal, you drop Mox Amber. A lot of these are very cheap costing, like Pip-Boy is only a 1. Sensei's Top is only a 1. And then we have Mystic Forge in here, so you can play artifacts off the top of your library. We have the Endstone, which I am telling you right now, this card is going to be really strong in a lot of decks. You'll see what I mean in the part 2 of this Sami. We have Umezawa's Jitte. A lot of these you're just going to be able to play for free, including Excalibur. And then we only are running 1 enchantment. We're running Sigarda's Aid because Sigarda's Aid is just that strong in this kind of deck. We're running 37 lands with 7 mountains. I chose to go with the full art lands from the new set because I think they're beautiful. And plains. We have Rogue's Passage in here right there. So that way your Sami can't be blocked or whoever else you choose to suit up. Axgard Armory, which you can search for an aura or equipment card. We have Urza's Saga. We have War Room. We have lots of different things in here. We have Inventor's Fair. Overall, I think that this is a pretty solid Voltron deck. And unlike a lot, which can struggle to get out all of its equipment, you should be able to dump all of your equipment very fast as long as you get like 1 or 2 or 3 artifacts total out on the board. So now we're going to segue. So I had told you in the top 5 commanders video that the first the type of Sami I was thinking was a Voltron commander. But I will maintain, and I got a little roasted on Reddit for this, for suggesting it could even make it into CDH, but apparently 6 mana is too high. Let's ignore Tali. But we have Sami Artifact Combo. So this is where I went hog wild, right? $3,900. We have 11 game changers here, Ancient Tomb, Gamble, Grim Monolith, Chrome Mox, Mox Diamond, Teferi's Protection, Mana Vault, Enlightened Tutor, The One Ring, Deflecting Swat, Jessica's Will. We got one extra turn card of Rise of the Eldrazi. We have 7 tutor cards with Gamble, Inventor's Fair, Urza Saga, etc. So, unlike the other Sami, whose main objective is to just suit up and smash face, Sami here is main objective. Their main objective is to get onto the field, keep them alive, so that way they can allow your deck to value engine out. So you're going to see right off the bat, I got 3 Ugins in here, right? We got the 7 drop, the 6 drop, and the 8 drop in here. And you're going to be like, oh my God, Weston, how am I going to cast that? Well, I'll kind of explain it to you. We're gonna start down at the bottom this time. So for lands, we're only running 29. That's very low, but you'll notice in here I'm running a Great Furnace, I'm running an Ancient Den, Darksteel Citadel, I'm running the Rustvale Bridge, and then we're running a couple basics of each, and then we're running a Plateau, a Sundown Pass, a couple colored mana. So that way we can hit our pips if we need to. So then we're going to get to our regular artifacts here. So we've got a lot of mana rocks, right? A lot of 0 and 1 drops. So we've got Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox, Mana Vault, Mox Opal, Mox Diamond, Mox Amber, Talisman of Conviction, Felwar Stone. We have Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Thran Dynamo. We're even running Pearl Medallion and Ruby Medallion. And then we have some kind of like throwaway 1-drop ones with Dispeller's Capsule, which also doubles as artifact and enchantment removal. We also have Grim Monolith in here. We have our protection stuff for Sami with Lightning Greaves, Mithril Coat, and Swiftfoot Boots. You could also, I would say you could also get away with throwing in maybe a Commander's Plate. We are again running the Endstone and Mystic Forge. We're running a Mycosynth Lattice. And I'm going to tell you why we're running the Endstone and Mystic Forge. You saw it in the other one too. So the Endstone says, whenever you play a land or cast a spell, draw a card. If you can manage to get even one of these in play, but when gold fishing, I managed to get both. If you get top with Sami in play, and you have a Mystic Forge, you can just draw your deck, right? Because top will cost 0. You put top into play. Then you flip top to draw a card, putting top on top. You're able to then play it again with your Mystic Forge ability and just do that, draw your whole deck. Along with that, if you have the Endstone in play, whenever you cast a spell, so all of your artifacts are going to cost nothing. So every time you're playing one, you're able to draw one. Especially when you have Mycosynth Lattice in play, it's going to be no cost at all, which will allow you to either Aetherflux Reservoir someone to death, or be able to smash with some of the things you'll see up here. We've got Excalibur in here. It's going to cost you next to nothing. We have Phyrexian Portal. Like I said, we have Mycosynth Lattice, and we have Akroma's Memorial, which is really strong. It gives your creatures all of the keywords from Akroma, Angel of Wrath, which is flying, First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, Protection from Black, Protection from Red. All right, so moving up to instants. We've got Deflecting Swat. So some constructive criticism I took when I first made this deck, because I made it late at night, is that it didn't have enough ways to protect. What happens if Sami doesn't make it all the way around? So we're running Deflecting Swat. We're running Teferi's Protection. We're running Flawless Maneuver, Orm's Chant, Silence, Sajiri Shelter. All of these things are designed to protect Sami. Enlightened Tutor is here to help you get your Endstone or your Mystic Forge. And then the big score helps you draw cards, make some treasures, which helps your affinity for artifacts. For sorceries, we are running All Is Dust for removal. We're running Rise of the Eldrazi, which will let you take an extra turn, draw 4 cards, destroy a permanent. It's there to help you win the game. We have Blasphemous Act for removal. We have Vandal Blast because we're running Mycosynth Lattice, right? If we're going to run Mycosynth Lattice, and we're running in high bracket 4, we're going to blow people out with an overloaded Vandal Blast. It is the way. We've got Gamble for Tutor. We've got Jessica's Will. And we have Reckless Handling, which is search your library for an artifact card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle your library, discard a card at random. If an artifact was discarded this way, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. For our creatures, we have 19. Look at these big, beefy creatures here. So we do have our tiny boy with Esper Sentinel. We have Alabo again to give your artifact creatures haste. We're running Blightsteel Colossus, Cityscape Leveler, Walking Ballista, which remember, Affinity will help create a less cost for your X spells as well. Jorah's Familiar, Liberator Battlethopter, Meteor Golem, Mer Battlesphere. Then we have, Foundry Inspector also helps cheapen things. So in case you can't get Sami out right away, helps you cheap. We have Berkey. So that way, as you're storming off with your artifact cards off the top of your library or in general, you can create some red mana to help get your red pips. We have Ancient Copper Dragon. And then we have Shimmermar, which allows you to cast spells as though they had flash, right? And so this isn't a finished build. I truly believe that this commander has a high ceiling for potential for combo. I really do. And I could be wrong, but until I can get to test out the deck, maybe play with some friends to test it in a pod in some Discord Magic or something, that's what I'm going to go with. I goldfished a couple times, and albeit, yes, goldfishing removes the idea of enemy interaction, but on turn 3, I cast Sami, and I dumped my whole library that turn. So my opponents didn't get another turn. But that's my 2-for-1 for the day. Let me know what you think of Sami. Are they as strong as I think they are? Do you think that Sami is garbage? Mid? What would you like to see out of this commander? Or would you like to see them more in the 99? As always, please let me know. And hey, if you want me to build you a deck and deck tech it like I did yesterday with the Omnath deck from Kilroy, drop a comment down below. I'll go ahead and do that for you. Or if you have a deck that you're struggling with and you have a Moxfield list, link it down in the comments, and I'll kind of do a Gibbons Goofy deck doctor to it. Okay? Thank you very much, and you guys all have a wonderful day.